Hey, this is WhyBeAre with BeamNG.drive, and today we're going to be taking a look at a map called Aldcourt Hillclimb course, which is almost a tongue twister when you try to say it really fast, it seems like. And there's only one location to start at, so you already know where we're going to be. And this is a hill climb course, so we're going to need a hill climb car, so let's go with the hill climb version of the Abishu Pesma, and I promise I won't say hill climb again for at least the next 30 seconds. So let's go ahead and get this thing in vibrant red because I want a color that stands out, so we're not getting just red, we're getting vibrant red. Look how beautiful that color is. That actually is a real nice color, isn't it? So anyways, let's go ahead and get our way to the starting line. Come on. Okay, so apparently with a hill climb car, oh, I said it within 30 seconds. Oh well, we have too little ground clearance to make it here, so let's see, can we back out of here? Yes, we can. Ooh, that is actually a bit of a bump right there. Looks like it's a little bit smoother on the right side, so we're just gonna hug the right side, and there we go. Now we could go to the starting line, or we could plow through the table, because who has a starting line that's so uneven? Actually, we could park our car right here, and then you could have lunch inside of the race car, just like that. Perfect. Anyways, actual racing, let's go. We're gonna try to get this thing up to 100 miles per hour before we let up on the gas. Does that mean we might crash immediately? Maybe? Let's see, are we at 100? 100, okay, we can slow it up. And just in time, too, because that was getting a little too close. If I was going a little bit slower, I would have not reached 100 in time and would have crashed. And we're going to do lots of crashing here. Don't worry about that. I know you guys like to see the crashes, so anytime I see a good opportunity to crash, I will. Usually it's not going to be into barriers. It's going to be like, oh, look, a cliff. And then we hit the cliff, or we hit the barrier. I was hoping the barrier would kind of pop us into the air, not eat us alive. I kind of want to fall into the hole still, though. So let's just back this up, and we're going to still fall into that hole. So we'll bring it back here. That way I got some room to get up to speed and make sure we can really fly off the edge. There we go. Actually got to slow down a little bit on this corner, I think, and then avoid it and into the water. Actually, surprisingly gently. Wait, the engine's still going? What? This thing is not real water. Who put fake water here? I can drive right through this. Ha ha ha. I didn't realize it was fake water because I never drove off the map earlier. Although it said it was drowning the car a little bit, so that's kind of strange. And how is this thing even driving in the first place? Like the whole suspension looks blown up in every corner, yet it still puts power down. Let's see, can we get back to the track even? Yes! No! Yes! No! Well, almost. Now the axle finally brakes. Like the little boop. Oh, I give up. This is just too much. And we will try maybe to do these corners for real as well later on. I don't know. But we gotta make sure we get some crashing in there. That's the thing. Gotta do some crashing. In fact, let's do another crash. Here we go. Flying off the edge. Are we gonna get through the trees? Nope. We're gonna go right into the tree. It's cool on that one because you get to fly over the road you just drove on when you fly off the map right there. Then we bring it back up again and keep on driving. A little bit of a unusual looking transition there, but the road itself looks fine. Although it is very tiley. That's not a bad thing. It's just you stare at the tiles instead of the road. And then before you know it, you're going way too fast for the corner and you crash and die. Or is that just me? It's probably just me, isn't it? I'll try not to stare at the tiles anymore. Oh, is that another place to fly? Probably. Yup. Okay, maybe this is too much crashing. Nah, it's not too much crashing. You can't have too much crashing. More crashing, the better. Now bring it back up again. And this time, go around the corner for real. Look at this. Legitimate cornering skills activate. Nope, that was not that good. That was just kind of just barely making it around the corner without crashing. That was not skills. But I have crashing skills. Like, let's go home crashing skills. Ooh, that was violent. That was real violent. Wow. I did not expect it to be that violent. I figured we kind of bounce off the boulders and the stumps and just get some good kind of general damage all over the car. Not it gets yanked and gets obliterated like that. That was actually a really clean corner right there. Anyways, we're going to see what happens if we do this again. So it's going to be a different angle, of course, because there's no way I could actually duplicate it. And let's just see what happens. So we're going to hit the stump. Yeah. Okay, so I think if you hit the stumps like I did right there, it gives you those immediate stops to give you a ton of damage. But I bet if you hit the rocks first, you could actually kind of bounce and fly like I was expecting. So we'll do one more test to see if we can make it bounce and fly, and if it's really just coming down to what angle you hit it from or not. Maybe it's just you always get caught on it because of the way it's designed. I don't know. We're going to find out right here. We're going to intentionally try not to get caught. It means you got to slow down a little bit so I have some control over where we enter this thing. So we want to go a little bit more tighter. There we go. That's more what I expected to happen right there, where you just kind of bounce around and go completely inside of the building because it doesn't have any collisions. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Let's try to get outside of this thing so we can actually see what's going on here. Alright, can we, oh no! My front splitter! Oh, that's painful. We gotta find our way through the trees. Can we fit through here? It's gonna be a tight fit, come on. Yep, there we go, there we go. Alright, good, good, good. Oh, that looks steep. Alright, we gotta crunch the splitter to make it up this thing, don't we? Yep, oh, well. How did I even manage to flip like that? The guy's just like, I'm going onto my roof. This driver sucks. We were on the roof. Oh yeah? You want to see a bad driver? What about a driver that doesn't steer at all? Just goes perfectly straight right into a tree and perfectly wraps it around it, and it actually stays on the tree. Amazing. Not what the goal was, but it's amazing. And now let's do some actual driving, because I think there's only like 2 or 3 corners left, and I figure I can chain 3 corners in a row without crashing, right? So here we go. Here's corner 1. We're going to slow it down just a little bit because I don't want to crash. Oh, we just went in the dirt. I failed my goal. Here's corner 2. Let's stay on the road. There you go. And then here's the finish, which is actually kind of cool because you can really bash your car into this. You go like that, into it, and then into every wall, flipping the car upside down, and you're stuck there just like that now. I mean, of course, you don't have to bash the car up. You can go into it without crashing your car. But I think it's a cool place to crash your car, so of course I'm going to crash it in there. In fact, I'm going to do it 2 more times. 1 more where we crash it, and then 1 more where we actually go through it without crashing, if I can even manage that. So we're going to slow it down again. And then this one, we're going to try to keep it a little bit straighter so we can hopefully bounce out of here. So like, there we go, just like that. And if you keep going, you'll just fall into nothingness. Wow. That was impressive. I stopped right before I fell, and I don't have the steering capabilities to really back out of here. So we're just going to reset it, and then this time we're going to go through it without any damage. And then maybe we'll try to do an actual run of this place 1 whole time, no crashing. I mean, that's the goal. I don't make any guarantees that I'll accomplish it, but it is the goal. And right here, I don't even care if I'm driving off the road, as you can tell. I'm just all over the place. I don't care, I don't care. Here's where I care. And you gotta go pretty slow through this, just to make sure you don't crash into anything. Just like that. A little tap on the back, but not enough to do any damage that I can see. So let's bring this thing all the way back to the start, and then we're gonna swap out the car for something different. We're going to go with a race version of the Miramar, which should be a fun car to drive right here. It's lightweight, it has a decent amount of power, it has a good suspension setup, and it has no assists whatsoever. If you start to slide, no electronic stability control. If you slam on the brakes, no ABS, your brakes are going to lock up. Which probably means this was a bad choice of vehicle. I should have chosen one that was easy to drive because now I'm trying not to crash. I mean, every crash so far was intentional. Now if I have a crash, it wasn't intentional, and it was purely by me driving poorly. Which I would hate to admit if it actually happens, so let's try to keep this easy. We're not going to try to race this thing super hard. We're going to say, like, look, it's 2017. This is an old race car. They don't make parts for this. They never even made parts for this in the first place. It was a one-off race car. So you better not break anything because it'll be a pain to fix it. Because this is all vintage parts. It's not like a old car that was found and then they, fixed it up with new racing parts. It's vintage parts, right? I think that's like the story behind this car. Whoa. I just realized I am the floating car! Everybody fear me, for I can float. And I am easily distracted again on this area. Like, there's something about this area that really distracts me. The tiles in the floating car. And I can't believe I didn't notice I was floating with the other car. Maybe it's just it sat so low to the ground I didn't notice the difference. Whereas this one already has a few inches of ground clearance, so the extra ground clearance made it even more obvious the fact that I was floating above the road. And this corner right here is super tricky. Like, you want to go into it way faster than you actually can, then you'll crash into that wall. I know I was only going like 30, 40 miles per hour. That's the speed I wanted to go because of how deceptive it is. This one isn't so bad. It looks deceptive because you ain't got nothing to protect you, but you can fly through here at 50, 60 miles per hour like I was doing. No problem. No problem at all. Like I said, this is driving protect the vintage car speeds. And this is the last set of corners, the one I did perfectly last time. So, well, actually I didn't do it perfectly. I went into that dirt right there. Trying to point with my car. I don't want to actually end up in the dirt again. We got to stay on the road, make this a clean finish. And we're going to make it clean through here, but got to go fast through it. Nice and smooth. No collisions at all. That's a good run. And you know what? I had a lot of fun doing this, so let's go ahead and do it again with a different car. We've done it with an all-wheel drive car, kind of. We've done it with a rear-wheel drive car, so let's go ahead and do it with a front-wheel drive car. We're going to get this one a little bit more stock. We're going to go with the Ibishu Corvette 1.5 ZXi Special Edition. So it's not a regular Corvette, but it is still a production vehicle. And I think this one's a little bit slower than the Miramar we were just driving. It's definitely slower than the Pestle we started with. That one was the fastest car by far. This one wouldn't be too far off from the Miramar, and if I really drove it hard, I could probably match the lap time because I don't got the same excuse. This is not no vintage race car. It's a sporty edition. Well, it's a special edition though. No excuses. We're going to drive this hard, and if we bump up the walls a little bit, so be it. I'm not going to try to bump the walls up, obviously, but I'm not going to be as careful as last time. There's like no damage at all, no matter what. Thing is, this thing is so slow. It's like I'm flooring it, but we ain't moving too much. Like a corner like this, though, yeah, I can really just e-brake it and actually go through there with some decent speed without fear. And then we're going to be floating again on this road. Like, look at this, just the flotation. Activate. It looks so weird how it just suddenly levitates. Like you think you hit a jump or something, you're going to lose control. But nah, you're just floating above the road a little bit. Then we're back onto the regular road. Right here, it's a little bit bumpy, I noticed. Like, I really noticed it a lot with the race car. You didn't notice it too much with the hill climb, but then the race car, you really felt those bumps messing up with the balance of the vehicle. And this is, see what I mean? Deceptive! Deceptive! I almost crashed into it right there. That was really close. Anyways, though, you don't feel the bumps much at all with this car because it's a street car, so it's made to cope with the bumps much more than the other cars. And actually, this is a pretty decent run. Like, I'm getting close to the edges of the corners, doing a decently fast drive of things. I don't think it's as fast as the last one, though. Just, it doesn't feel as fast. Because when you go around the straights, that's what kills it compared to the other run. Just accidentally cut that corner a little bit in. Oh no, the downshift! The bad downshift! Transmission, what you doing? You trying to spin me out? I think it was. There we go, nice clean run. Oh goodness, can we stop? Can we stop? Can we stop? Yeah! That's the second time I've done that, where I just barely don't fall off the edge. You know what? Goodbye, car. And I'll go ahead and give you guys a zoom out of this place so you can see what it looks like now. The interesting thing about this place is it's not the kind of map where you want to really drive and explore because you'll find weird looking areas like that. It's designed where if you fly off the road intentionally or unintentionally, you'll see things like this where it looks perfectly fine. Over here, you fly off, it looks perfectly fine. You'll only notice the ugly areas if you're doing what I'm doing right here, where you're flying over the map or you intentionally start to like really explore the area and look for them. Like, yeah, you'll find this eventually, I'm sure. As long as you stick to the roads and drive on them properly, this is what the map will look like. And you know what I'm thinking? We haven't done a downhill run, and my tire just popped. Why'd my tire pop? What are you doing down here, car? Just popping tires and being on fire, I guess. Okay, so let's bring this thing back up, and then we're going to do a downhill run, even though it's called the Hill Climb course. We're going to run it downhill as well, and I think a fun way to do this would be using the T-Series with a big old trailer attached to it just to see what happens, so we can get the biggest T-Series we can, which is this one, and then we're going to go ahead and make this into a trailer, and hopefully the angles match up okay. And we're going to also make it into a heavy trailer, so this is just going to be chaos going down the hill. And that trailer positioning should work. I think we can attach it up okay. It's going to take a little bit of maneuvering to get them properly attached, and we somehow have to go through the ending spiral of doom. Actually, we're probably just going to drive around that because I don't know if I can actually make it through there, period. Like, even without having to line it up properly. So I'm going to park it about there. Hit the attach trailers button. That's pretty close. There we go. Wait for the trailer to be connected. Okay. And now we got to do a quick 180 right here. Make sure we don't jackknife this thing too much. All right. Can I make it through this, actually? I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to probably regret it. I'm going to give it a shot. Oh, my goodness. This thing is so wide. We're going to just bounce off the walls, basically. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. What am I thinking? Oh, my goodness. This is working. No, it's not. Okay. You know what? It's not going to work if you don't want to damage anything. That's the key. If you don't care about damaging things, well, it might work. We're stuck, aren't we? Wait, can we just back out of it? That's all I want to do is just get free. Get free. Get free. Okay. So, before I start breaking everything, maybe we should save these locations. So we're going to just save the location of the truck, and then we'll save the location of the trailer as well. And then if everything goes wrong, it's easy to reattach them up. So, trailer attach, and we're just going to floor it through there and let it bounce off the walls and see if it makes it through, if it gets stuck or not. Not going to be going fast, of course, because there's not much room to get up to speed. Let's see what happens. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Oh, popping tires, come on. Oh, it was so close. It was so close. I thought I might make it. Can't fit, barely. All right, one more try. I got an idea that might work. We're going to attach the trailer just like last time, then we're going to back it up. then go forward so you get like an extra 5 miles per hour or so, which might be enough to make it through there cleanly. And to get as much speed as possible, we're going to rev the engine and then clutch dump. Does it actually help? I don't know with this car. Like, it might not make a difference, but yeah, I'm going to do it anyways. And then we got to try to go through here pretty straight like that. Oh, I heard a crashing noise. We're slowing down. Oh, we made it. We made it. That actually worked. Awesome. So, still driving straight. Let's try to make a whole run of this course using this same setup. Although it kind of sucks because you can't see the vehicle here. All you see is the trailer. I want to be able to see the truck too. So, let's do something I'm probably going to regret. Let's turn on the external camera, which looks great for things like that and things like this, but it's awful for the driver who's trying to see the road as he drives. Like, I know there's a corner here. I just don't know exactly where it is. Like right here, I can kind of see in front of me. Nope, I have no idea where the corner is. I have no idea where the corner is. No idea where the corner is. This is a bad idea. Let's not do this. All right, now I can actually see. Like, I'd rather just be able to see the corners than see my vehicle, it turns out, because I don't need to see the vehicle to drive it. But unless the trailer starts to tip over, which it probably will if I go too fast. Like right here, I got all this confidence here. I'm going to try to go super fast through this. Watch, it's going to tip over. Oh, it really is starting to tip over. Don't you dare tip on me. It's bouncing, threatening to tip, but it did not tip. And now we got the uphill section, so that'll slow us down some, so I don't have to worry about tipping. Oh, it's really slowing me down. That's what I get for picking the heavy trailer filled with soda. Like, oh my goodness, that is some diabetes in the back. Oh no! No! Come on! Gear 1 max torque, go! I'm putting it on manual mode so I can shift, because the automatic transmission was failing me. So you gotta rev the engine so hard. There we go. Okay, we made it up the hill. Now I can actually shift normally-ish. That was scary. I didn't think we were gonna make it. It doesn't even look that steep, but I guess all the weight plus automatic transmission was a bad idea. It does feel a lot peppier when you have the manual transmission mode. Because I'm just sticking in 4th gear as we go around this corner. The automatic would probably like upshift and downshift twice through the corner. I'm just like, nope, we're in 4th gear now. That's it. We're in 4th gear. No changing that. Upshift. The problem is I don't upshift enough because I'm used to seeing the car go way up to red line and sound like it's really revving. And this one doesn't do that. Well, actually, I guess it does sound like it's really revving, but that's because the downhill section's over revving it. Oh no! Too much confidence! Wait, we're good! Oh, that was lucky. I downshifted a little too hard. This thing is beat up now. We're gonna finish though. Like, it's still driving straight. We're gonna finish. I can make a shortcut and try to like jump off the course. Probably wouldn't work out well, but right here you just jump off and you know you have to do a couple of corners. Although we do have the hardest corner coming up probably. That is the really tight, almost U-turn like corner. And this run, definitely slower. By far. Like, this is going to take double the time probably in the other 2 runs. The other 2 runs combined will take less time than this, which is the same as saying it'll take double the time pretty much, but just a different way of saying it. Whichever sounds more dramatic to you, think of that one. I think the 2 runs combined sounds more dramatic to me. Instead of double. Like, double is just like, oh, that's 2 of them. The 2 combined, wow, that's a long time. I really cut that corner hard with the trailer. Like, I just didn't want to hit the wall again. I hit the wall once, like, nuh-uh, we're not going to hit it again. We're staying far away from that wall. So I guess, yes, I will make it with 1 truck. Is it intact? Well, that's a little bit debatable, isn't it? You know what? We need something special at the end. We need some targets. Yeah, I'm going to try to spawn up a car and teleport it right into the end. All without crashing. This is going to work great. So we're just going to say spawn up a ETKI series. It doesn't really matter what it is right here. Just spawn it up. And then we're going to teleport it at the end so we got some nice target to crash into. Just say you go right there. Don't like the angle of it, but it'll work. Actually, I could try to adjust the angle as I drive. So we just let it coast right here. Coast, let it accelerate actually. And we gotta go to this car, do a quick rotation with it. There we go, that's good enough. Oh, don't crash my truck, don't crash my truck, we're good. Yeah, that's that multi-vehicle use right there. And I was also driving the trailer for a second, I forgot I had the trailer there. And it would become a vehicle when I was swapping between them. So now we got that beautiful dramatic finish. Do I like the color though? Just kidding, like I'm gonna be like stopping again, trying to change the colors, I slam into another wall. I should probably upshift, shouldn't I? See, again, I'm waiting for like a louder sounding revving to the engine, but it just doesn't do that because it's an 18-wheeler. Oh, this is a little downhill section. We can get it up to speed a bit. Nope, we're losing speed now. Well, we get to crash into a car for a dramatic finish at least. I'll even put some slow-mo onto this crash. You know, I'm gonna even get a camera angle. It looks cool for this crash. Yup. Out of the way. I got a race to finish. And across the line in like 5 minutes time is how long that thing took. And then we're going past the line because there's no hope of stopping this thing. I didn't actually know that that was flat. That's kind of convenient. You can make a quick spin around and go uphill now, which we're not going to do because that would take even longer. So until next time, this is WhyBeAre. I'll see ya.